paragraph S, which states that provides that the NEA can exercise such powers and do such things as may be necessary to carry out the business and purposes for which the NEA was established, or from which from time to time may be declared by the Board of Administrators as necessary, useful, incidental, or auxiliary to accomplish such purpose.
Mr. Chairman, a reading of the 2025 memorandum issued by NEA, 2025-03, I did not see any provisions on that particular provision mentioned by our administrator. So can you please point out to this representation under memorandum number 2025-03 what particular the particular provision that you just mentioned, because I did not see it in the memorandum circular that which you just mentioned.
Well, Mr. Chair, another basis would be paragraph L. The NEA can develop, set, and enforce institutional and governance standards for the efficient operation of electric cooperatives, such as, but not limited to, the observance of appropriate procurement procedure, including transparent and competitive bidding. Such standards shall be enforced through a mechanism of incentives and disincentives to complying and non-complying electric cooperatives, respectively. I believe, Mr. Chair, this policy was submitted for the approval of the Board of Administrators, and we had a presentation to the Board of Administrators before a concession was arrived at, and upon approval, it was published in the European Law Center, and that makes it as a valid and subsisting policy, Mr. Chair.
Is it not that your power or function is limited to the issuance of guidelines? But in this particular case, you are already the implementing agency for the procurement of all equipment and materials of the electric cooperatives. May I ask now, what is that basis? If you are only allowed to issue guidelines, how come now NEA is the implementing arm for all the procurement activities of the electric cooperatives?
Mr. Chair, let me cite again the applicable provision in paragraph L. NEA shall develop, set, and enforce institutional and governance standards for the efficient operation of electric cooperatives, such as, but not limited to, the observance of appropriate procurement procedure, including transparent and competitive bidding. Such standards shall be enforced through a mechanism of incentives and disincentives to complying and non-complying electric cooperatives, respectively.
Mr. Chairman, based on your reading, you stated that it's only for issuance of guidelines, but not on the implementation side. Now, I don't see any wording of the implementation that NEA can undertake under this particular memorandum, 2025-03.
Mr. Chair, I just to make mention again, it is to develop, set, and enforce institutional and governance standards for the efficient operation of electric cooperatives, Mr. Chair.
Does it not mean that you have to, if the electric cooperative did not comply, then you can, as one of your functions is supervisory, that you can call their attention? But in this case, you are the one implementing the procurement of all electric cooperatives. And by the way, may I ask, Mr. Administrator, are the funds used for the procurement of this equipment and materials are from electric cooperatives or from subsidy of NEA?
These are the funds to be used in the procurement of the items in the procurement hub are the funds of the electric cooperatives. Mr. Chair, I think it's worthy to note that these are all in consignment basis. Consignment basis that once the bidding is perfected, the contractual provisions are now attached to the vendor to deliver the items to the hub on consignment basis and will only be withdrawn upon the need of the electric cooperatives to use the same. No funds are used for the subsidy. This is purely a vendor-vendee sale transaction of the vendor and the electric cooperatives to achieve what was the purpose laid down earlier. NEA, for this matter, only facilitated the guidelines on how it will be implemented to achieve the above or the earlier stated purpose, Mr. Chair. For transparency purpose, we are conducting the bidding through the provisions of 9184 as provided for by 10531 and PD 269 that we can adopt the provisions of 9184 in the procurement of the same.
Mr. Chairman, if these funds are funds of the electric cooperatives, why is not that the electric cooperatives be the one to do the procurement of their own respective cooperatives? Why is it that there's a need for NEA to be the implementing agency for all the electric cooperatives by the creation of this regional hub procurement? Are they not competent enough, or are they not, I would say, are they not competent, or they have no capability to undertake such procurement, Mr. Chairman?
Mr. Chair, I think there's a disconnect here. The NEA is only facilitating the form and manner of bidding, but upon the conclusion of the bid, the regional association of the electric cooperatives are the one to manage the regional procurement hub. As mentioned earlier, this was an offshoot of the reported incidents of reconditioned sale of distribution transformers, substandard equipments, and the very purpose of this regional procurement hub is to address disaster resiliency, and that is to achieve the purpose that when a disaster happened in a certain area, available equipments are ready to be used for due restoration in a speedy manner.
Mr. Chairman, what was cited by our administrator is on during disaster or emergency. I will agree to that on the emergency purchase. But of course, how about the day-to-day operations? How about the annual procurement of all electric cooperatives? Because under this memorandum, it covers all the annual procurement of all the electric cooperatives. Am I not correct? Can you confirm?
Mr. Chair, when we are doing the technical working group of this is a combination of the information from the electric cooperatives technical team and NEA technical team to arrive at the annual procurement volume. The annual procurement volume. And that includes the provision for emergency. That is why the basic salient feature of this regional procurement hub is that the vendor should maintain 25% of the total yearly capacity or the total aggregated capacity or volume that is subject of the contract to be maintained in the regional procurement hub, that if and when disaster, knock on wood, God forbid, happens, there are available equipments to be used for due and speedy restoration.
Mr. Chairman, you just the administrator just mentioned that the implementation or the procurement of this equipment and maintenance are undertaken by NEA. Am I correct?
Facilitated by NEA with all the regional members, present. Maybe, Mr. Chair, what we can do aside from the policies and pertinent documents to be submitted, we will submit a video of all biddings that were conducted from the pre-bid to the opening of the bid to achieve full transparency.
Mr. Chairman, can you please can you ask the administrator to refer to Table 6, procurement under the RTH program, under Section 6.2, NEA, SBAC, and TWG. The NEA shall create, as I quote, the NEA shall create an SBAC. What is SBAC, by the way, Mr. Administrator?
That is Special Bids and Awards Committee, Mr. Chair.
Yes, NEA created. Am I
Yes,
correct?
Mr. Chair.
So, please tell us straight from, please confirm to us, did NEA is the implementing arm for all the procurement?
Yes.
Why? Oh, yes.
Yes, Mr.
Thank you,
Chair.
Mr. Chairman. So there's a creation of SBAC, there's a creation of TWG, and NEA is the implementing arm of this equipment and materials.
Implementing arm of the bidding, Mr. Chair.
Thank
But
you.
the implementing arm of the withdrawal sale is the Regional Association of the Electric Office.
Thank
Mr.
you,
Chair.
Mr. Chairman. So, Mr. Chairman, may I ask, did you seek the opinion, the legal opinion of the Department of Justice on this matter, aside from getting the approval of the Board of Administrators of NEA?
No, sir.
So, did you not see it as a requirement, considering that there's a major policy shift or guide implementation on the part of NEA?
Mr. Chair, we are drawing our authority from PD 269 as mentioned earlier, and we have published this, we executed due publication, and if there would be any question, then we are ready to respond to the same.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So, Madam Secretary, may I ask if you are amenable to seek a legal opinion from the Department of Justice regarding this matter?
Just
Yes, Mr.
for that, I'd
Chair.
remind a representative that your time is up. We'll just until after Secretary will respond.
Yes, Mr. Chair, and we will also do further review in our own legal department, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Then I will have my second round, Mr. Chairman.
The chair now will recognize Rep. Nico Raul Daza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Maupay nga kulop sa aton Department of Energy family, sa aton mga members in attendance. First, I'd like to congratulate the good secretary on her recent confirmation as the full-time secretary of Department of Energy. I actually only have one question, but Mr. Chair, allow me, well, please indulge me to lay out the table. I was approached by a local leader in my district, sharing with me that a renewable energy developer, namely in the wind energy sector, is to begin or secured a contract with the Department of Energy to begin their pre-development stage, I believe, in a local municipio. However, alarmingly, he detailed to me that the province or our end users will not be getting any direct benefits because there will be no passing of or sharing in energy costs, and that they are at the mercy of the spot market. So, as a first termer, this is quite complex to me. So, I'd like to understand better. Can you please detail to me, Mr. Chair, our direct benefits to host communities? Because I think it would be fair and more equitable that the host barangay or the host province should derive benefits from hosting such renewable energy developers.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Now, for a host community, there's a benefit for the host community other than the social activities or projects of the developer, and there's 1 centavo of every kilowatt hour. So, but in that 1 centavo, there's a sharing pa. They're sharing about 50% of that goes to the electric co-op and 50% to the LGU. But within that 50% of the LGU, there is a sharing again of the community, the barangay, the municipal government, the provincial government,